Well, today couldn't have been bigger in the world of football. Another big story. Real Madrid have confirmed that José Mourinho, the special one, will return to the Bernabeu as the head coach somewhat 13 years after his first stint ended. Real Madrid paid Benfica, where he coached the majority of last season, $17 million in compensation. The club president, Florentino Perez, stated that he would bring back the coach if he was re-elected earlier this month after the past campaign saw the team cycle through Xabi Alonso and Alvaro Arbeloa come to an end. So what do we think of this, boys? Jose back to Real Madrid. It's all official. Grell, we're going to look at some numbers here from our friends at SofaScore that really just shows the journey of Jose Mourinho since he obviously went to Real Madrid. When he went there, he had already won 17 titles. After his stint at Real Madrid, he's only won 9. During his time with the Spanish side, he won La Liga, the Copa del Rey and the Super Cup as well. Is Jose still the special one for you?
Yes, I think he is. And you have to have a lot of respect for his career, what he's been able to accomplish. I think he's been put in some tricky situations over the last couple of years. And I think also different managers suit different things. How many times do we see in England a manager take a team from League One to the Championship and then always just go back to League One and take him back to the Championship? The second he goes up to the Premier League, boom, sacked right away. So we saw it a little bit with Ancelotti. Ancelotti not great at Napoli, not great at Everton, very good at Real Madrid, very good at the top clubs, right? Some of these great managers need players. Now, when you go to Real Madrid, you're Jose Mourinho. You're not teaching them tactics. You're not teaching them how to pass a ball. You're not teaching them what to do. You're not teaching them anything. The most fundamental part of football is that you guys have to work for you. So you need guys to want to come in the building and want to work for you. And he's the guy that can do that. He's the guy that's a disciplinary guy that says, this is what the standards are. This is what we have to do. You have to be able to let these guys access their talents. And the only way to do that is with discipline, with understanding, with setting standards. And he's the best at that. He's not maybe the best tactician, maybe not the best brand of football, but he's a high-level coach. Guys respect him, and that locker room, that changing room needs a powerful manager that's going to put things in order and let them just play their football. It's
so true, because that has been the consensus, hasn't it, from the outside looking in, that the players at Real Madrid ruled the changing room, Nigel, and especially with everything that we kind of saw with Mbappe and Vinicius Jr., all this talent, but no manager was really able to bring that to fruition. Here's a look at some of the numbers when it comes to Vinicius Jr. and Kylian Mbappe and who starts. Are they in their best position? The numbers would actually show that Mbappe is better starting without Vinicius Jr. I mean, read into this what you want with the numbers, but how do you feel if you're Jose? Do you favour one over the other? Are you trying to keep both? What's the situation in your mind?
I think if you're Jose Mourinho, I think it's a match made in heaven. You talk about Real Madrid and Jose Mourinho, he's going to create a siege mentality. He's going to create us against the world, which is what he does at every club. The talent is there. Like Grella said, his thing is going to be more about stroking egos. That's what he has to do at Real Madrid, but the players will respect him because of what he's done. He's not going to be a manager that's going to be shy to make big decisions. He will not be shy to put his players under the spotlight if he feels that's what's needed. I do disagree with Grella a little bit. I think that he will be tactical in the sense of we're going to see Jose Mourinho make Real Madrid be very defensively sound. That is how he talks about, that's how he's always managed. It's always been defend first, then we play after that. That is what he's going to do. He's never going to move away from that blueprint. So he will coach them tactically, but he will not be shy to throw players under the bus if they're not performing, because he knows what it is to be at Real Madrid. He knows what it is to win. He knows the pressure that comes with it. And he knows how to handle players in a real special way, which is what's needed at that level. And these players will respect him. They have no choice but to respect him. And if they try and go against him, that's probably going to be the last thing they do at Real Madrid Football Club.
Just by the way, with the fallout of everything that we saw with Vinicius Jr., with Gianluca Prestiani, and obviously Jose Mourinho was the coach at Benfica when we saw that incident play out in the Champions League earlier on this season between Benfica and Real Madrid. Is that difficult to move on from for Vinny, for Jose, or do you think that that's in the past now?
For Vinny, yes, it's difficult because he's the one that received it. But Jose is a manager at Benfica at the time, and he had to defend his player. And if it was the opposite way around, if he was managing at Real Madrid, he'll be defending Vinicius Jr. So for me, that's something that I kind of expected. You can't really expect him to act in any kind of different way. But now he's Real Madrid manager, and his job is to get them to be successful. I think the one thing that's eluded him at Real Madrid is the Champions League. And Jose Mourinho's never been, obviously, not shy of confidence. He's going to want to win La Liga, and he's going to want to win the Champions League. He's going to want to take himself to another level of winning the Champions League with Real Madrid, Porto, and Inter.
Yeah.
So that will take him to another level. But I think it's a match made in heaven. I guarantee he's going to create that siege mentality at Real Madrid, us against the world.
Just very quickly, Marco, you interviewed him, didn't you, in Rome? I mean, everywhere he's gone, the fans adore him. That's no secret. It was so interesting to see you so close with him when he was at Rome, where he's even got the Conference League tattoo.
I love José Mourinho. I always have. I always will. Just what he brings to teams. I know you could look at those numbers and you say, oh, they didn't win titles. A lot of those teams were not meant to win titles. So he is a match made in heaven. I agree with Nigel. And the biggest thing is that Florentino Perez chose him. I think for a while, Real Madrid lost their identity. They thought they wanted a tactician. They thought they wanted Xabi Alonso. All of a sudden, everything turned in the locker room. They went with the players. So now it's José Mourinho's team. He's going to be the one that decides. There's no going against the coach because Florentino has José's back.